Good morning, welcome to the vlog. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, as Mr. Rogers would say. It's a good, oh, and
sourdough. A beautiful day for some sourdough. Would you be mine?
Could you be mine? Won't you be
I love
my neighbor?
My bowl, my bread proofing bowl. You guys, I gotta show you my little setup here.
The whole kit.
Well, this. Okay, I'm going to show you what comes in the kit. This cutter, which I already used because I cut the bread in half because I made a double batch. So I put one in here, and then I always do one in my bread proofing bowl because it turns out so pretty. It has like a spiral shape on it, looks so professional. And sometimes I always, when I'm going to give stuff away, I like to give away the fancier one because then they're like, whoa, someone's fancy. I don't
Super
know.
double
They just feel
fancy.
extra loved. And then you just go like this and plop it in after you flour it. And then I use this little thing as like a cover. You can also put the bread right into this fabric thing, but I like the design. So,
Then there's the bread lane. The whole kit.
yeah, the lane.
We're selling them right now on Amazon. And there's links in the description. Go check it out, guys. It's got April's face on it.
Oh, hold up here.
And
Tell them about the box.
it's also entertainment. There's some funny things on the box. I'm not going to tell you what's on it, but
Let's just say
it's
a
worth
collector's item.
it's worth buying just to read the description describing the
And
bread bowl
let's
on
just
it.
make it very clear that we did not write what was on the box, and we also obviously did not read what was on
We
the box.
outsourced some things, but this is something we. It's fine. So check it out in the description below. That's funny.
So this is a bread lane, and this is what I use to score the bread when it's ready to go in the oven, and it makes all the pretty designs. So this comes in it too. So it's the bread bowl and then these two tools.
Okay, guys, just updating you. It's a beautiful day. We hit it. We hit the high. It's 81 degrees outside, and Ambree says, "Dad, it's almost summer. Well, how come the pool's not up?" And we're doing the best we can. They're doing some nice relaxing under the canopy. It's a little hot out here, but... And Frank is just living his best life. We got the jumpaline set up. Is that... That's yucky. He listens so good. Go under there. Do you want a chair? Where's Frank's chair? Let's give Frankie a chair. Where? Okay, go get one. It feels like summer, doesn't it? Okay, Evie got one for Frank. Oh yeah, uh-huh. Do you want me to turn it on high mode?
Yeah.
Okay, get ready. Let's see what happens. That's a good mode. Let's do that one. That's number 2.
Number 2 is a good one.
It's a good one. Nothing too crazy. I like it. What's gonna happen next?
Scared.
That one. Okay. Looks like it does 3 at a time most of the time. Oh man, what's gonna happen? What's next? What's next? Oh no! Okay, this is a bad idea. I gotta turn it off. What if it gets it all rusty?
I don't care.
You guys want to hear my thoughts for the day? I don't want this to feel like a rant, but some people might think it is. I feel like this is like an old topic that I forgot to talk about. So I remember when I was like a teen, like 13, 14, whatever, I felt like talking about your period or whatever, like normal bodily functions that I think are totally acceptable conversation topics were like taboo and unacceptable conversation topics back then. Probably just because the way I was raised, like we just didn't talk about things. And so I always just like felt embarrassed about it and stuff. And now I'm like, oh, that was ridiculous. We should be able to talk about it, especially with our parents and kids. Like family conversations, you should feel comfortable talking about everything. Like life is just, it happens. Like whatever is a normal function in life, you should be completely comfortable talking about it. So I make sure that I make a point to talk about it with all of my kids, all ages, boys and girls. Like it's just a part of life, right? Anyway, there was a post several months ago about some period underwear that we were promoting, which I think is fantastic and I love and I use. The NYX brand, but, or Thinks, what is it? Anyway, it's NYX. I think it's spelled a little bit weird, but so people were like, shame on you for talking about, or like talking about Daisy and her period. And I was like, nothing in the post even really mentioned that, but I was like, even if she did want to talk about it, like that's not bad or shouldn't be like a taboo subject. Like it's, if you're a woman, you either have or had or will have a period. Like it's just part of life. Anyway, so yeah, I just hope that you guys feel the same way, and if, or maybe check yourself, like if you do feel uncomfortable talking about that topic, then maybe ask yourself why. Like why do you feel like that topic is not something that is okay to talk about? Because I really see no reason why it would be uncomfortable. Anyway, which brings me to my next topic, because I always talk about mixers. You guys know I love this company, but I've noticed a big difference in my period from when I've started taking these, and I think the way it came to be and came about is just amazing too. The owner, it's her and her sister-in-law, Jess Toulson and Cody. Cody is Jess's sister-in-law. So Cody is the witch doctor, I like to joke around and call her, because she's just so good with natural herbs and like she's just herbologist, if that's even a word. Like she is the one that was like, when Jess had a problem, was like, I've had these terrible periods, and didn't feel like she could talk about it with anyone, but talked about it with her sister-in-law, and her sister-in-law was like, oh, well, I know how to fix that. You just take these pills. She would go to like the health food store and like buy herbs and like these Chinese herbs or whatever, and she did all the research and would like mix them in little capsules and put them in little capsules and be like, take these. And so Jess was like, fine, I'll take your silly powder capsules, whatever, like can't hurt, whatever. Well, she started taking the capsules and then noticed like huge differences and improvements, and then eventually she was like having regular periods again instead of like the horror that she was going through, because they can get pretty messed up and out of whack. But so she was like, oh my gosh, Cody, this actually works. And Cody's like, I know. Like she'd been like making it for her friends and family and neighbors, because she didn't realize how big of a problem it was. Like so many people were having problems with it. And I'll tell you what it's done for me. I've always been regular, so that was never really my problem. I feel like my problem was more just like super heavy, long period, like longer heavy days. Like I would have like almost the whole time heavy days, and then finally at the end slow down. But also really bad cramps like the first 3 days, like really, really bad. And so when I started taking these, almost immediately I noticed like I don't hardly have any cramps at all. It's never anything that I need to take ibuprofen for anymore, which it used to just be like I had to. So it was so much pain. And now, no, nothing. Hardly anything. Even on the worst day, barely noticeable if I'm thinking about it. Also, I have, which is amazing, I only have like 1 or 2 days that are like really heavy, and it seems like everything just comes out really fast, and then it's like really light the rest of the days. So much better. And so that's just the Her Time Classic and the Her Time Daily that helped me with those. let me tell you about their other products that I've loved. And I do think the products are a little bit on the expensive side if you just think like, oh, it's, because to me it seems like, oh, little drink packets, but you got to realize you're not buying little drink packets, you're buying actual herbs. And if you were to go to the health store like Good Earth or whatever and buy all of that, it would be super, super expensive. And then you would have to like figure out how many grams of like whatever, all of it to mix together to make it. Like they've done all the math and the science and like figured out the portions that make it just so good. And I'm paying for that. Like I don't mind spending extra money on someone doing the work and making it taste good, because I would not remember to take the little capsules. Like I just wouldn't. This is something I look forward to every day, that I'm like, ooh, because I normally only drink water. Like every once in a while I'll order like a lemonade if I'm wanting to like do something splurge or fancy, or like a virgin margarita, or like basically limeade, you know? So this is like my fun drink for the day. I do one a day, but I usually mix a couple because they have other really cool products. And they taste so good. That's the other thing I cannot stress enough. It's all natural. There's only like 5 calories in it, but it's sweetened with stevia. So it's amazing. It's like seriously one of my favorite products I use every day now. So here's the other things. They have the stuff for the periods, which is Her Time Classic and Her Time Daily. But the other things they have are called Her Greens, which gives you a full day's worth of greens, or a full serving of greens. I can't remember which one. Don't quote me on it. I think it's a full serving of greens, but because a full day just seems like too good to be true. Because it doesn't taste like greens. Like other green drinks I've tried, like it tastes like I'm drinking like dirt and yucky bitterness, and it's terrible, and I can't handle it. This one just tastes like a yummy pink grapefruit drink. Like it's incredible what they've done. So that one is one of my very favorites. And then I've been loving the Her Power. The flavors are amazing, and it doesn't make you feel like jittery or like a high and a crash like caffeine does, because there's no caffeine in it. It's just like this oxygenated, awake, like aware clarity of mind feeling, which is fantastic. And I only use that on days where like I worked out really hard and I just need a little bit like boost in my oxygen, blood, whatever, to wake me up a little bit, or if I stayed up late and didn't sleep great or something like. So I use that one kind of often, but my main ones are the Her Time Classic or Daily, and then the Her Greens, and then every once in a while a Her Power. But they also have something called Her Love, which is really amazing and works, and Davey and I can both take it. Like you don't have to be a woman to take all of these. I think just, I don't know why you would take the Her Time Classic if you were a boy, but that wouldn't really make sense. But the Her Love totally is fine for either boy or girl. But it's awesome. I didn't love the taste of it at first, but once I started mixing it with either like Perk Chill or like a hot cocoa or a Perry, or like if I mix it with something, I love it, because there is a little bit of a bitter taste in it. But the thing is that that's the ingredient that is actually the herb that works. So she's like, I can never take that out. But if you put it in another hot drink, like if you're coffee or whatever, you can't even taste it, and it's amazing. So that one's awesome. And then they have a Her Nightly, which I haven't tried yet, but I just ordered some, so I'm gonna try that one, but I'm pretty sure it'll be amazing too, which just has like magnesium, helps you fall asleep. And then they have Her Immunity, which is like a vitamin C type packet. They have so many cool products. Her Baby just came out, so it's like a prenatal and folic acid vitamin. And the Her Multi, which is a multi-daily vitamin. And that one, my favorite flavor is coconut. Like I mixed yesterday the coconut Her Multi with a raspberry refresher Her Time Daily, and it was like a coconut raspberry delight. It was amazing. And then what other ones do they have? Oh, Her Crave is the other one. So they have 2 forms of that. They have like a clear powder, and that is not what you think it is. It's not to like take away your appetite or appetite suppress. They don't support that kind of junk. Like food is good for you. You need to eat food. It just takes that edge off when you're like craving like things that aren't good for you. Like if I'm just like, oh, I just want like a bag of gummy bears or a donut or like a Twinkie or something, you know, like when you're about to eat something that you know is not good for your body and you just need that sugar, It's like a little pixie stick of flavor that you can just like dump, and it kind of just helps curb that like desire to eat junk. So then you can like move past that like sugar craving, sugar tooth that you have, and eat something healthy. So those are fun. I don't use those a ton. I've used those a couple times. And there's one that's like flavorless that you could pour in like your yogurt or like your smoothie or whatever. But they're fine if you want to have something that kind of just like takes away that edge when you're wanting to junk food binge. What else is there? I mean, I feel like I maybe missed a couple because there's so many amazing ones, but that's the gist of it. Anyway, long story short, actually that was a long story long. I have an affiliate code with them, and if you are going to try it, you can get a 10% discount, and it's fantastic. I hope that you love it as much as I do. I'll put a link in the description, and it's April 10. So when you check out, just type in April 10, you get the discount, and it's great.
All right, guys, that does it for the vlog today. Thanks for watching. Find good and everything. We got another sunshiny, great day. Zade's ballroom dance performance is tomorrow, so that's gonna be awesome. See ya, bye-bye.